G'day everyone, Jason Nunn, Fisherman's Warehouse, Tuckawatt Mars Point, with an early Friday fishing report coming to you from Swansea Channel, and you can see that the colour of the water from all the rain that we've had is unbelievable. However, the best news I've heard for ages, the salmon are back. We just pulled up straight away. We can see a boat over the background already hooked up. Just behind me here, we had salmon busting up out of the water. All the birds are on them working through, and it's the first real time they've been in the channel this year alone. So it's basically taken all of this rain and this big sea that we had off the coast to bring them in, and that's exactly what it's done. Tomorrow afternoon, for example, high tide 3:30, being Friday afternoon, and then Saturday afternoon 4:30, and it continues right the way through. But these salmon now will be here right the way through, and obviously as we get into next week, those tides just keep on getting better. Full moon next Thursday night, we've got a 2.15 metre high tide. So we've got virtually 5 nights from Tuesday night of tides over 2 metres. So particularly here on the coast, we're very fortunate that that didn't coincide with this latest weather event. But this is great news. School holidays, we're in the middle of the school holidays. Tomorrow in particular looks like a pretty good day. West-northwest winds around 15 knots. That'll be exactly the same that's happening on Saturday. Sunday we've got a bit of a shift where we'll basically possibly get a coastal shower with a bit of a south-southwester. But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week look fine with west-northwest winds right the way through, and we're going to start to see this blue sky, so plenty of opportunity. The swell doesn't look that big. I'm looking up towards the heads before. Look, it's probably around that 2 metre mark, but tomorrow and particularly Saturday, when these westerly winds set in, this swell will start to abate. It's going to be a ground swell, as we know, but a great opportunity to get offshore. With the amount of runoff that we've had, that dirty water along our coastal strip is perfect for snapper fishing, particularly using baits and certainly soft plastics. If you've got an opportunity and the swell is kind enough and you can get out right, no doubt that area out on the farm, down on the Texas, that deeper water, 93 to 120 metre line, is going to produce a lot of fish and a lot of good snapper, and no doubt kings. It's going to be not sure what's going to happen on the beaches, but obviously, as we've made mention here now, and the birds are still working over here, there's going to be a lot of salmon on the beaches and quite a few tailor. No doubt there's some very big tailor mixed in with these salmon, and one of the boys just pulled up at the ramp only moments ago. He was just down there in Belmont Bay throwing some soft plastics in that little bit of a protected area there for flathead, and picked up a 48 centimetre squire. So this again is what's going to happen with on the back of this big swell. These fish will start to move in. Again, no doubt plenty of trevally. On that inshore reefs, I reckon snapper, look, the tides are perfect. So, you know, floating bait fishing, I reckon you'll be able to fish all day. You're going to head a little bit further north to Broughton, take some advantage up there, but I reckon the water's going to be dirty for quite a few weeks to come, and the fishing looks pretty good. Right up until that depression system comes through, a lot of tailor in the lake, and that will continue. With these westerly winds tomorrow, early in the morning, they might be a little bit better than 15, then I'll steady up. A great opportunity to get out. A lot of guys asking, after 300 mil of rain, are we going to be able to get out on the lake and fish? Well, of course you are. The fresh water is on the top. You're in 30 odd foot of water. The top couple of feet are going to be fresh. The rest of it's going to be salt. You'll still see tailor pushing bait schools up off the lake floor and still busting them up on the top. Mixed in with these guys, you can bet there's quite a few mulloway out there as well, and a lot of flathead. So there's plenty of opportunity, and the weather looks like it's just about to open up, and we'll get a bit of a weather window for a chance anyway. Haven't heard much out on the wide. I mean, obviously as we get a bit of settlance next week, those westerly winds start to sort of like get in there. We may see a few boats get out wide to see about a yellowfin. Just haven't got any intel on all that sort of stuff. Obviously it's been tough conditions for everybody, a lot of wind, there's been a lot of water damage, and look, my heart goes out to all of the guys, particularly the guys up the valley who tune into us for all the flood water and everything. You're just gonna, if just play it safe, don't be going across, and hopefully that water recedes for you guys. And look, it has been a horrible start to the year with above average rainfalls, and again, these flood conditions are just way out of kilter, to be quite honest. The whole world's I don't know what's going on. But anyway, let's get back to reality. Let's get out there on these salmon. Perfect tide tomorrow afternoon, 3:30. We could see you there. I'll see you next Friday, and hopefully more blue sky. See you then.